Hello and welcome to On the Mat with Lydia. That's me. Whatever has brought you to your yoga practice today, you are very welcome here. Today's class is yoga for pleasure. So really seeking some sweet sensations in our body, really connecting with yourself and using this as a little celebration of self-love. So whenever you're ready, we're going to start in our child's pose. So let's come onto hands and knees. And for today, let's spread the knees nice and wide. Bring your big toes together to kiss behind you. And let your hips sink back towards your heels. Now it does not matter if your hips come all the way down to touch. Just feeling that heaviness through the tailbone. And then walking your arms forward, letting your heart melt down. Letting yourself surrender into the support of the earth underneath you. We'll take a few rounds of breath here to really center in, arrive for this practice. So let's start with the breath. Begin to notice the natural rhythm of your breathing in and out through your nose. Enjoying that expansion, that creating of space through your body as you inhale. And relaxing into that exhalation. Feel that sweet release. Inhale, breathing into all the nooks and crannies of your body. And exhale, find somewhere you can soften, create some ease. Again, breathing in. And breathing out. Now, as you continue with your own steady rhythm of breath, can you really start to notice how your breath feels in your body? So, for example, as you inhale and feel that expansion through the belly, can you feel that breath stretch into your low back as well? And as you exhale, maybe you feel a little bit more softness, heaviness through the chest, the shoulders. It's really investigating these sensations that arise even just with the breath before we even start moving. And then finally noticing the sensation of your body in your physical space. So feeling your palms planted on the mat, feeling the temperature of the air around you, really setting yourself in the here and now in your body in this moment. And all together, let's take another full breath in and sigh it out. If that felt good, do it again. Big inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, let it out. And let's stretch the fingertips far towards the top of the mat. Take your next inhale to rise, lifting your hips. But let's keep this stance fairly long, so hands quite far from the knees. Big toes can stay together as you circle your hips over to the right side of your mat. And then drop your pelvis down. Circle your hips to the left and then swing your booty back. Let's make some circles here. Hips to the right, coming down through center, over to the left, and then back. And let's do that a few more times. Once again, checking in with your breath, with the sensations of your body, and where your body is inhabiting this physical space. Don't be afraid to take up some room here on your mat. And when you're ready, you can switch directions with those circles. Letting this movement be really organic, really intuitive as you wake up your body. Especially as we move through the hips, the spine, this whole central channel where we can really draw some energy through the body. Now let's take one more big circle here. And let's land back in center, bringing ourselves now into our tabletop, walking the hands in under the shoulders, centering your knees under your hips. And with your next inhale, draw your shoulders back, lift your heart, find your cow pose. As you exhale, push with your palms and round your spine. With your breath, inhale into your cow. And exhale, round into your cat. Just one more for now. Inhale, rise your heart. And exhale, stretch through your spine. Inhale, coming back through center, nice and long. As you exhale, begin to walk your arms forward, stretching out long as you let your heart melt down towards the floor. Let your booty stay lifted to the sky, dropping down into your puppy pose. So as your heart melts down, think about your tailbone reaching back and up, giving you that stretch, that expansion across the chest, underneath the armpit. Breathing into this space all around your ribs, your heart, that space behind your heart. Let's take a full breath in. Complete breath out. With your next inhale, bring your heart forward through your arms, let your tailbone drop, and then lower your chest to the mat. Hands slide back in line with your lower ribs. Hug your elbows in tight. With an inhale, rise your heart for baby cobra. And exhale, melt your forehead to the mat. Let's press firmly through the palms. Take an inhale to rise up through hands and knees, this time tucking the toes. With your exhale, let your hips press back and feel for a moment into that stretch for the soles of your feet. Might even feel nice to reach back and kind of unfurl the toes so you get that full stretch through your soles. Again, really feeling into some sweet sensations here from head to toe in this practice. Let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, power up your legs, lift your booty high, coming into downward facing dog. Let's take some sweet organic movement here, maybe pedaling the heels, wiggling the hips. Maybe even feel nice to nod your head yes, shake it out no. You might even want to take this into some more of those circles we did before, swinging the hips around a bit, letting yourself get settled into this shape. Beautiful. When you feel ready to find stillness, root down through the balls of your feet. Let your heels stay hovering over the earth. Let's take a full breath in and let it out. With your next inhale, sweep your right leg back behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Really take a moment to relish in this stretch. Feel that length through the front of your thigh as you open your hip to the sky. Take another inhale here. Now as you exhale, shift your weight forward, right knee to right elbow. Let's step that right foot wide to the top edge of your mat. Back knee gently lowers down, setting up for our lizard lunge. Planting your left palm nice and wide towards the left edge of your mat. Take an inhale to sweep your right arm open. As you exhale, draw your shoulders back, lean back into this twist. So allowing your hips to sink, your heart to open. Maybe even moving through that top arm if that feels sweet for you today. Seeking out that sensation that really is going to serve you, that's going to bring some of that pleasure into your practice. Let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, slowly unwind. Right hand comes to the inside of your right foot. Let's plant down through both palms and sweep the right knee back to meet the left. You're in this kneeling plank position. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower your chest, your chin to the floor, booty stays lifted. Then inhale, push your hips down, lift your heart up, baby cobra. Exhale, forehead floats down to the mat. Inhale, pressing up through hands and knees, tuck your toes. And exhale back into downward facing dog. A breath to reset as you inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, sweep your left leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale to bend your knee, open your hip. Find that sensation. Breathe into it here, opening the left hip wide as you inhale. With your exhale, bring it forward, left foot stepping nice and wide to the pinky side of your left hand. Right knee lowers down, that lizard lunge, right hand wide. Inhale to sweep your left arm open. As you exhale, let that right hip drop down, really circling your chest open towards your left knee. Now again, maybe it feels good to move through your top arm. Maybe it feels nice just to explore that wingspan, stretching up through your left fingertips. Keeping that beautiful steady flow of breath that we cultivated at the start of our practice. Using your breath to really take you deeper into the sensation here, to help you really access the fullness of the pose. And let's take another inhale here. With your exhale, slowly unwind, left hand comes down. Planting through your palms, slide your left knee back to meet your right, kneeling plank. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, chest and chin float down to the floor. Inhale, pressing your pelvis down, lifting your heart, baby cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale, pressing up through hands and knees. This time, big toes together. Exhale, sit back to your child's pose. As you inhale, lift onto the tips of your fingers, a little lift of your chest. With your exhale, walk your arms over to the right edge of your mat. Release your palms, your forehead down, and feel that stretch through the left side of your body. So we're breathing not only into the belly, into the chest, but also into the sides of the ribs, into that left side waist and lower back. Once again, creating those full expansive inhalations. And perhaps finding a little bit of softening through your exhalation. Now next inhale brings you back up onto your fingertips. With your exhale, take a journey over to the other side. So take your time moving however you'd like until your arms reach over to the left and you can drop down into that stretch for your right side body. Breathing in and breathing out as you let yourself dive into whatever sensations may be arising in this shape. And with your next inhale, lifting on to your fingertips. Exhale walks you back through center. Beautiful. With your inhale, rise. As you exhale, settle onto your seat, sweeping your legs around in front of you. Maybe it feels good to give your legs a little shake, a nice little release there. And let's keep that left leg straight. Please bend your right knee and then step your right foot to the outer edge of your left thigh. Sitting up tall on your sits bones. Feel that lengthening of your spine as you inhale. With your exhale, take a twist, turning your chest towards your right knee. Now let's create just a little bit more space across the chest, spreading the collarbones wide. So encouraging that right shoulder back, maybe even walking your right fingertips a little farther back behind you. And then left arm is just chilling there with the right knee. Maybe it feels nice to hug in. Maybe it feels nice to stack the arm on top of the knee. Really find what feels best for your body in this moment, which might take a little bit of exploration. You don't have to get there right away. And as you find that sweet spot, please settle in, find your breath. Where can you find a little bit more joy in this shape? Can you celebrate what feels good, whether that's in your body, in your heart, in your mind right now? And let's take another full breath in. As you breathe out, slowly unwind your twist, bringing your chest back through center. Let's unwind that right foot, plant it onto the mat. Left arm now is going to sweep back behind you, planting through your left palm. Let's anchor down through these 3 points of the feet and the hand. With an inhale, lift your hips, sweep your right arm to the sky. Open yourself up into a wild thing. Pushing up away from the mat to find a little bit more expansion. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly lower everything back down. As you arrive, stretch that right leg out long, maybe give it a little shake. And we'll try all that on the other side. So as you're ready, let's keep the right leg long, bend into the left knee, crossing that left foot over to plant to the outer edge of your right thigh. Taking an inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, take your twist. We're here for one more full breath in. As you breathe out, slowly unwind, bringing yourself back through center. Let's uncross that left foot, plant it onto the floor. Right arm sweeps back behind you. As you plant your palms, spread your fingers wide. With an inhale, rise up, reaching towards the sky. Spreading your heart open as you lift into your wild thing. Take another big full breath in here. As you breathe out, slowly return to the earth. Stretch that left leg nice and long. Give it a little shake. Again, maybe roll your shoulders. And then gather your legs up in front of you. We're going to take a moment to really nourish ourselves here with a bit of touch. So let's reach the hands all the way down to the feet. Now, if you're not really into touching feet, that's a-okay. You can start on the ankles. But if you're all right, you can start by rubbing your hands along the tops of your feet, massaging into your toes, maybe even fingers between the toes. You can reach to the outer edges of the feet, the inner arches, and just find a little bit of touch here to bring some blood flow, to notice how you're feeling. Just giving yourself really a little self-massage here. Now you can work up from your feet to your ankles, maybe coming all the way up the lines of the shins, maybe squeezing into the calves a bit here as well. As you get to the knees, you can make some circles with your hands, getting all the way into the backs of your knees. And then the lines of the thighs going up and down the line of the femur. Maybe again a little massaging of the thighs if that feels nice. Reaching back to the booty, to the low back, all the way to the low belly. Maybe even making some circles on the stomach there. That feels good. Covering the torso here, rubbing through the belly, the back, the rib cage, the chest, across the collarbones and shoulders. Maybe circling the shoulders a bit here, going down the lines of the arms, around the elbows, all the way down to the wrists. A little massage for the hands as you get there. Making sure you do both arms. So again, there's no really kind of right or wrong way to do this. We're just exploring a little bit of sensation, a little bit of touch, how that feels for you today. This is a really simple practice as a way to give yourself some love. So once you feel good with the arms, you can come back to the neck, maybe pressing a little bit here into the upper back, the base of the neck, working your way up the line of your neck to the base of your skull, maybe giving yourself a little bit of a massage there. You can even massage all the way to the ears, to the jaw. Again, take your time, find what feels sweet here. Maybe massaging up into your temples. Might feel good to massage into that space between your eyebrows. Maybe even gently pulling the fingers across the forehead and then up towards the temples. And maybe you give yourself a little massage along the head, the scalp, if that feels good. Beautiful. Follow the sensation. Follow what feels sweet. Take your time here. If you want to revisit any areas of your body that could use a little bit more love, feel free. You might even find a place, put your hands there, and just take a few deep breaths, sending your breath into that space where your hands are. Beautiful. When you're ready, we're going to bring ourselves to lay down on our backs and end today's practice with Savasana. So some time to rest. Coming all the way down onto your back, I invite you to stretch your legs long, reach your arms by your sides. Remember, you can take up space. Feel your shoulder blades draw down your back. Take a little wiggle through your fingers and toes, and then let them relax. And if you haven't already done so, you can close your eyes here. All together, let's take 3 rounds of breath to center into stillness. So I'll invite you to breathe in through your nose and then open your mouth for the exhalation. Really sigh it out, make some noise. 3 breaths together, inhale. Sigh it out, exhale. Twice more, inhale. And exhale. One more inhale here. Let it out. Beautiful. Settle yourself into stillness. As best you can, let your body surrender into the support of the earth. And enjoy these final few moments on your mat. This is where I'll leave you for today to enjoy your Savasana for as long as you'd like to stay. I thank you so much for meeting me on the mat. And until we meet here again, be well.